Yeah. Welcome back to Under the Lights. We are your host. I'm Big Mike, and that's my guy, Jordan. What's up, boy? How you doing?
No, I'm all right, man. Chilling, man. Just kind of disappointed, obviously. We just lost, so it is what it is, man.
Oh, you talking about the Warriors last night. I feel you, my boy, but you can't win them all. You know what I mean? Now, real quick, you know what I mean? For the people that's watching right now, today we are pressed for time. It's Happy Wednesday to everybody. It's hump day. So we didn't want to go a day without talking to y'all because anytime we're not on the day that we're supposed to be on, if something happens, I get phone calls. So me and Jordan wanted to make sure we come holler at y'all for a little minute. We kind of pressed for time. You know what I mean? Both of us got things going on, important days. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and get through this, give y'all some content for the day and talk some good sports talk real quick. So we ain't going to waste no more time. You understand? So, as always, for the viewers, hit that like and subscribe button, please, and thank you. For the listeners, please keep listening, keep downloading. We see it. You understand us. So, appreciate y'all to the fullest. Now, let's jump right into it. As of last night, we just mentioned about the Golden State Warriors losing to the Denver Nuggets, 119-115. Jordan, this is your squad. The Warriors, Steph Curry is your boy. They're on a 5-game losing streak right now, bro. They started off hot, was number one in the West for quite some time, man. Just give me your thoughts on last night's game. What the fuck is going on? I know Draymond didn't play. I know he didn't play, but what's going on, bro? What's up?
Like I said from before, there's always there's this situation where we need to have a secondary reliable scorer, you know what I mean? Because it just, even in the game, like you've seen, and sometimes I feel like Steve Kerr likes to complicate shit too fucking much, bro. Like, yo, just get Steph Curry the ball right away, and then just do a high pick and roll with Jokic in the fucking as the guy you wanna attack. Like, okay. It's very simple. Instead, my man wants to go have someone else on the ball, let Steph Curry run around some screens or whatever the case may be to cause some confusion. And then, him get the ball or whatever the case may be. I'm just like, bro, sometimes you just got to be as simplistic as possible. Give him the ball and get the fuck out the way, bro. It's very simple. You know what I'm saying? And in today's game, that's why we lost, bro. Obviously, we were up already by about 6 points. And then we were trying to isolate Jamal Murray on Steph Curry. For whatever reason, I know Jamal Murray ain't no great defender, but God damn it, I think Jokic is worse. So I don't understand why we wouldn't be attacking him. You understand what I'm saying? And,
right.
This is getting to the point where this happens all the time, bro. This happens all the time. And I've already told you before, I said we need a secondary scorer and we need another big, right? Mm-hmm. And that's something that we always go. That's going to be a problem for us for this year. You know what I mean? We have the depth, but like I told you from before, we can't be sitting out games, bro. You sit out a couple games, you lose a couple in a row. Look what happened. Now we fucking in 6th.
Yeah.
Now we in 6th or 7th. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but it's close. I mean, niggas is one game. You know what I mean? It's close. You know what I'm saying? It's close.
But brother, I don't want to be in the plane. You be in the plane, you can be out the playoffs. But this isn't back in the day where a top 8, you're automatically in. It's not the case anymore. You come 7th or 8th, you can be out of the whole thing, bro.
Yep.
You can be out of the whole thing.
You got to win to get in.
So
y'all experienced that last year. You get that one game with the King. Any team in the NBA can beat you on any given night, especially when it's one time too. So yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so that was my big issue from last night's game, and obviously the minutes when Steph Curry's not in the lineup, not playing, that's an issue. So we just need a secondary to make it as simple as possible. We need a secondary scorer. We need a big, like a reliable big. And I would say we can simplify the offense in certain moments. I'll say that in certain moments because we still want him to be running around. The energy, the ball has energy. Everyone to be touching the ball. We still want to have that system. Right. But when the right moments come, I think we need to be as simple as possible. You understand what I'm saying? And That's all I'm gonna say. Just keep it short, quick, simple, and short. You feel me?
So, the bigs that you was calling for. Remember, you was talking about Karl Anthony Towns, and if something was to happen, Joel Embiid, whatever the case may be. Well, they're not going nowhere. So my question is this: the reliable big that you asking for. I mean, they pretty much sold up. I mean, we had this conversation before, but I'm gonna ask you again. Do you still? I know you say. You're hopeful for the finals, but I mean, I'm not saying that you not being realistic because starting off it was like, damn, them niggas just rolling. You know what I mean? But realistically, like I said, not saying that you not being real about what you're saying. Do you think y'all could go to the finals when you lacking a big and you lacking like a second legitimate score? We know Andrew Wiggins can get some buckets, but that's when he's asked to be that guy like that. That's not what he really is. What he really is to me is what we've seen the 2022 year. I know he got drafted number 1 overall, but when he can go out there and lock somebody up and just play complimentary basketball, that's the best Andrew Wiggins. You know what I mean? But being the second guy, you know what I mean? I don't think that's him. So do you think if y'all don't get a second legitimate scorer and a big man, a reliable big man, that y'all can still go to the finals?
I think we can go to the finals depending on our matchups.
Okay. So if you
and I'm being dead serious. It just depends on who we match up with.
What if you run into Denver first? What if you run into Denver the first round? Let's just
I think we can beat Denver. I think Denver's not, because I think if we had Draymond in those situations, I think that's going to be definitely a like Draymond can defend, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's a playmaker out of the pick and roll if they were to trap Steph Curry, if that would be the case. So I'm not really worried about. Denver is not the one I'd be worried about. The other ones I'd be like Minnesota.
Minnesota,
they're big.
I know.
The Lakers.
I think okay.
I mean, realistically, yeah, because we have no one that can really stop Joker. But I just feel that in certain situations, I wouldn't mind Draymond. Like in the crunch time, I don't mind Draymond Green taking him for that crunch time moment. Not the whole game. I'm just talking about in the last 5 minutes of a game, okay. I'd be comfortable with Draymond defending Jokic. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? But the bigs that you said, we tried to get Karl Anthony Towns. They wasn't playing ball. They wasn't playing ball. They didn't want to bring him, put him over there.
They're not going to send Karl Anthony Towns in the Western Conference with them. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. That ain't going to happen. If he was a bum, you can have him, but he ain't a bum. He ain't doing that.
Yeah. So, guys that I'll be looking at right now, I'll get someone like a Valanciunas, Vucevic.
So you mean somebody that can just defend?
No, I want a big that can stretch it, that can score, and that is just big enough that when we do play a Minnesota, a Lakers, or any of those bigger teams, then we'd be able to at least match up with them. You know what I'm saying? By having a Draymond Green and a Vooch, or a Draymond Green and a Valanciunas. You think
Valanciunas is enough for y'all to fulfill, you know what I mean, your hopes of getting to the finals? You think he's enough?
No, I mean
because he's not a scorer.
Asking me realistic, if you're asking me, I'm just saying if we can't get a second reliable scorer and a big, then I don't know. I would rather. I don't want to give up too much to get a depending on who it is, obviously. If I'm getting KD, then by all means, take all the young niggas or whatever the case may be. But if I'm going to give I'm not ready to get Paul George and give away Wiggins. They're pretty much fucking the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, one is more reliable because one is always there.
That's what I'm about to say. They're not the same. When Wiggins is always playing, Paul George is not.
Yeah, so I mean, but also Wiggins did have moments where he did step away from from basketball. But I think something with his dad, his dad passed away.
Yeah,
but
he's not injury riddled.
Yeah, he's not injury riddled.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what secondary score we pick up, and the big that we do get. You know what I mean?
Okay. So Valanciunas, you said Valanciunas or who did you say, or
Vucevic, because Vucevic is on the block. Vucevic, and he's good. He's a good big man.
Stretch four, can hit the three, he can rebound, he can defend a little bit. Yeah, he'll definitely stretch the floor for y'all. You can't double. I mean, you'll be double team Draymond, but him out there, you know what I mean? That's somebody open. That's 4 other guys that can shoot the rock. You feel what I'm saying? So that'd be a good pickup. Plus, the Bulls is 9-13. They're not going anywhere. Totally different conferences, so it wouldn't affect them at all whatsoever. Y'all not going to meet them in route to the finals. Whole different. Even if the Bulls was good, you're not gonna meet them.
To be honest with you, now that you're saying all that, if they were to get a package and get Zach LaVine and Vooch, and then we were to give some of our young pieces away for that, I think that I would be happy with that. Pardon?
What you think? Real quick, a couple of young guys who you think y'all should give up.
Well, obviously they're gonna want Podziemski, and they're gonna take Moody from us, and they're probably gonna want the one the Kuminga.
Yeah, I'm about to say Kuminga's gone. Ain't no trade going on unless they getting that young boy Kuminga. If they not getting him, along with another or a couple others, it ain't gonna happen. I wouldn't do that because the Bulls ain't trying to go down. They trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Pods is not gonna do me no justice if I got Kuminga sitting right here and you want Zach LaVine and Vucevic. That ain't gonna do no justice for the Bulls. So no, I mean, yeah, I hear you, but I don't think that's gonna happen at all. All right. So sticking with the NBA, man, LeBron and the Lakers, right? There's been some struggling going on with LeBron James, you know what I mean, these past few games. You know, we know the Lakers are not looking the best, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not everybody's one game or two games away from each other, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, it's been a little struggle going on for LeBron James. And we know they got blown out Monday night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 109-80. 80 points is the lowest scoring game by any NBA team this season. You know what I mean? And that was put up by the Lakers. And in that game, LeBron James was 4 of 16 for 10 points, had 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Okay, over the last 6 games, he's only had one 20-point game, and that was against the Utah Jazz when he had 27. But he took 28 shots. He was 12 of 28 for 27 points. That's not a LeBron James game, right? 48% from the field this season. Normally he's in the 50s, but with the last recent games, the percentages came down. He's 48% this season right now. 0 of 19 from three-point in the last 4 games. That's 34.5% for the season. He was in the 40s, but with these recent games, you're going 0 for 19. It has dropped down, right? So, you know, we know LeBron's 39, going on 40 this month. He'll be 40 on December 30th. Do you think, you know, right now, and with the stress that he's having, you know, this is a conversation that me and my guy was having as well. Do you think, because he don't like LeBron. He can't stand LeBron with all his might. He hates LeBron. He hates him. Do you think this is like with the struggles that he's having? Is this a father time is knocking, right? It's been knocking and he's been ignoring it and been defeating Father Time. They've been knocking. But do you think right now in this stretch, instead of knocking, they kick it, dum. We here, nigga. Or is this just like a slump? Is this a slump that he's having, or is this like, you know, hey, it's time, baby. It's almost time.
All right, I'm gonna let you take it. This is your man first. You know?
Well, for me, you know, when you look at LeBron James, bro, right now this season he's 22 points a game, 8 rebounds and 9 assists. Okay, when anybody else that's having that type of stat line, you'd be like, oh shit, hey, that's a good stat line. But this is LeBron, bro. This is a LeBron. This is not 22 points, 8 rebounds and 9 assists. All right, cool. It's the 22-point thing that's really not LeBron for me. You understand what I'm saying? But me personally, I don't want to call it. I don't want to sit up here and say, oh, it's time to retire, or you know, Father Time is knocking at the door. Me personally, I just think it's a slump right now. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you telling me, you know, 40 games in, he's still doing this and it's like this, and frequently, game after game after game, then you could be like, okay, oh, whoa, now, okay. Your age is starting to show, and that's okay. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you still doing like this, you know, we're accustomed to seeing LeBron do much more on the point part. You feel me? So, so if you still doing this, you know, 40 games into the season, you remember how they used to say LeBron's coasting through the season, getting ready for the playoffs. So this wouldn't be coasting. This wouldn't be coasting. This would be you're showing your age. You understand? But for me, I don't think it's a slump. I mean, I don't think it's Father Time saying, "Hey, we kicking harder this time." Boom. I just think it's a slump that he's in. You know what I mean? I think he'll get out of it and he'll be fine. We've never seen LeBron, to my knowledge, in a slump like this. 0 for 19 from 3, you know, in the 40s, shooting percentage-wise, things like that, 4 of 16, and on a stretch like this, you feel me? So I think he'll be fine. You know what I mean? I just think it's a slump he's going through right now. Talk to me.
The thing is, okay, LeBron is definitely slowing down. We know this.
Okay.
Obviously, he's not the same player he was like 5 years ago, or whatever the case may be, in terms of he's still athletic. He's still all that stuff. He's still fast as shit. You know what I'm saying? Still good in the open court and all that. You know what I'm saying? So this, Big Mike, this question is kind of, it's difficult because there's a game the other day where AD took about 2 shots in the fourth quarter or something like that in the second half. And it's like, I don't think those stats are that bad if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Shooting 48% from the field. He's shooting a high percentage from 3, even though he missed a lot, but he's still shooting a high percentage from 3 predominantly. So it just depends on how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, AD is averaging about 30 a game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have Austin Reeves averaging what? He's giving you, 17 a game.
Yep.
You have Connect coming in there giving you plus 10 points a game right now. You know what I'm saying? So you have players right now that can also do the job, and you don't need LeBron James to be going out there and giving you 25, 30, 35 points. Now, this is just me giving you my opinion on it, like this, because I don't have no dog in this race. Like, I don't hate LeBron. I don't,
right.
You know, it's like I'm neutral with it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's like, if they're winning games and other players are stepping up and scoring points, you know what I'm saying, doing their job, then it's like he can have a slump, nigga. Everyone has slumps. Yep. Everyone has moments where they have those situations where the ball ain't dropping. You know what I'm saying? The shots ain't falling. You know what I'm saying? When he gets to the hole, it's like, he doesn't have that lift sometimes. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just the only thing I would be worried about if I was anybody is the effort defensively and the effort that he puts forth into a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he is not putting in the effort and he's like getting beat defensively and he's missing coverages because he's lazy or wants somebody else to do it, that's where you're going to be like, yo, okay. You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about those numbers, I'm fine with those numbers at this age, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm fine with those numbers at this age, especially because AD's giving you 30 a game.
Right.
AD's giving you 30 a game. And what's his name's giving you 17 a game.
Right, but for me, Jordan, in this slump right here, and 48% is good. Like the 48% was from the season in totality, right? But these last 6 games, it has brought it down. My thing is, it's the slump. It's just a slump, like you said. You know what I mean? The efficiency, it hasn't been there. He's taking a lot, 3-point shots. You're 0 of 19. I know he's gonna keep firing. You understand what I'm saying? But I want to see a little more efficiency because 12-9 is not all that. You 3 games above 500. It's not all that good. You know what I mean? I think we could, have, some more games up under our belt if LeBron, had scored a few more buckets or whatever the case may be. And he's turned the ball over. You know what I mean? And listen, he's handling the ball. He's controlling the ball. You look at the history of the game. Guys like Jason Kidd, Magic Johnson, Steve Nash, John Stockton, the turnovers is going to be there because they're handling the rock. They're doing that. You feel me? But I just think, like I said, it's a slump. Niggas can have that slump. You got Dalton Connect out here that's knocking down shots as well. Austin Reeves giving you 17. Dalton Connect knocking down shots. You know what I mean? So, just a slump. Not Father Time saying, "Hey, we kicking harder. It's time for you to hang it up." Nah, but I think he'll be fine though. I'm with you on that too. Well, we with each other on that.
Yeah. But the thing is, we have to also I think that he is slowing down.
No, for
sure.
Listen,
it's so natural that's going to happen. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? It's just I think it might be blown out of proportion. Is what I'm saying. If people are talking about, should he retire? Like, what are we talking about? 22, 8, and 9, and we talking about retiring.
Right.
What are we talking about?
Right. For sure.
We talking about retiring, and we talking about him playing more of a point guard role.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So his ability to adjust and let's say, okay, I'm not that same player where I'm just going to go out there and give you 29 a game, almost damn near 60%, shooting from the field and all this madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna drop the points a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be as aggressive because I'm be shooting more jumpers now and all that. And usually when I'm going to the hole, I'm getting it in fast break. But for the most part, we're going to make sure AD is the focal point of the offense. We're going to get people like Connect, people like Hachimura, people like Austin Reeves. We're going to elevate them a bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And nothing's wrong with that. But even though it might not equate to winning, but that's more of a thing where, it's just not the same guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what's going to have to happen is those other players that you have, or you're going to have to go out there and go and get a trade and get someone else who can put up 20-something. Go get a Trae Young or whatever if you want, but maybe that's not going to help. But go get someone else that can give you 25 points. So then he can go and give you 20 as well and orchestrate, or even less than that, so he doesn't have to do much until the playoffs come in.
Trae Young would most definitely help because we need the scoring. That's another shooter, and he can also assist the ball. I know he's a liability defensively, but that's what you got a team for. You feel what I'm saying? So it's defensive liabilities on every team. You understand what I'm saying? But that's when the team got to step up and play better defense or tougher defense or, rotations and whatever the case, whatever you got to do. If they try to, bring the double team, then you got to rotate. That's basketball. You feel what I'm saying? So I think Trae Young would help. You know what I mean? But like I said, D-Lo is not doing his thing. If D-Lo was a better player, you know what I mean? Things could be different. If Gabe Vincent was shooting the way he was shooting and making shots in L.A. like he was in Miami, it'd be totally different. You know what I mean? So I think some trades do need to happen. It does need to happen in order for this Lakers to be, to get to do and be what they want to be. So slump, yes. Retire. Slowing, no. Slowing down, of course. His head ain't over the rim no more. It ain't the forearm and the shoulder and shit. You know what I mean? He's not as fast anymore. Yeah, for sure. Everything is, I said this already. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's supposed to be like this. So it is what it is, man. Moving on, we rolling today, baby. We rolling. Toes, we got a lot of things going on today, baby. Moving on, transitioning to the NFL. No, we're not transitioning to the NFL. Jordan has his top 5 NBA teams on his web list. Sorry about that, bro. He has his top 5 teams from his from Jordan's web, and as you know, Jordan's web is the top 5 teams from the NFL and the NBA that have caught Jordan's attention. So what we're gonna do right now is pass it on over to Jay Webb so he can give us his top 5 teams from the NBA. Talk to me, baby.
Okay, so obviously it's like all these the list that we have here is clearly it's not like the NFL, because NFL is one game a week, right? The NBA, a team can play 3, 4, 5 games during a week. You understand what I'm saying? So some teams can go from being third to being out the motherfucking shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they can be out. You understand what I'm saying? So, and if teams are playing super hot, you know what I'm saying, they can be climbing in there. Their record might not be as good as the others, but they might be playing so hot that you can't ignore them. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm gonna start off at number 5, which is the Milwaukee Bucks. You understand what I'm saying? They're 11-9, and they've won 7 straight games in a row.
They have.
Okay, and I'm gonna give them credit where it's due. So some teams have lost, a game, especially yesterday. So it kind of determined whether they were going to be in or not. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them were like Memphis was coming off of a 6-game winning streak, if I'm not mistaken. But they lost, right? So I wanted to put them in as well. So Dallas, because Dallas also is coming on. They're 9-1 and they passed 10 or something like that. So right now they're also a team that I wanted to fit up in there. But there's also been another hot team, that's why I have them at 4, which is the Houston Rockets.
Right
now
we on the same page
Houston
right
Rockets,
now.
Right. Houston Rockets is right now, they had big wins against OKC, 76ers, Minnesota, and Portland, but they also lost to Portland as well. And they lost again yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? They did lose again yesterday to the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings is a good team. They're just struggling at the moment, but Sacramento can go out there and beat teams. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why at 3, I have the OKC Thunder, right? OKC Thunder. You know what I'm saying? They've had some quality wins too against the Lakers, Golden State, the Kings, and Portland, but they lost to the Rockets. You understand what I'm saying? But they've been probably the most consistent team in the West, if you're going to ask me. And I think that because they're playing also without Chet Holmgren, and I think that's big. They're playing without Chet Holmgren, and I know Hartenstein's there, but ain't no Chet now.
That's 17
you understand
points.
What I'm
That's saying? 17 points. That's 17 points off the board for Chet Holmgren. And when he putting up like 17
Chet's
points.
Giving him more.
He giving him more?
He's giving him more. He's giving them 20-something.
20-something. Hey. I told you, OKC got hoopers, bro. And Chet is needed. Let's not get that twisted. He is needed. You understand? But to win some games and shit, they could do that. Them niggas is hooping. And that nigga Shea, dog, hey, before you continue, I said this on the show to Mel the day you wasn't on here. The day you wasn't on here, my nigga. Yeah, Jamal Murray can't do that. Nope. Remember we was talking. I said if Jamal Murray had the opportunity to just have his own team, and remember I was saying that. No.
You say you was wrong on that one.
He ain't doing that. He ain't doing that.
Yeah, SGA is way better than Jamal Murray.
SGA is 10 times better than Jamal. I mean, maybe not 10 times, but 5 times better than Jamal Murray.
It might be 10, bro.
It might be 10.
He's a master at scoring the basketball, bro.
Bro, he got.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He got moves. He can shoot the three. It's like when he shoot the three, it's barely. He don't shoot threes like that. So it's like when I see him shoot the three, it's always going in. Because he don't shoot a lot of threes like that, right? It's like somebody that shoot a lot. You're like, he's shooting 55% from three. It's like, well, damn, how many shots he taking? Well, he ain't taking that many shots, you know what I mean? But he cashing on his shit. So it's like every time I see him do it, I know he don't take a lot, but it seems like every time he shoots a three, it's going in. And his get to the rim ability, his separation ability, his handle, his lateral, his get downhill ability, and that's the most impressive part about him. But I think an underrated part about Shea is his defense. That motherfucker play defense, and he play the lanes. You feel me?
Yep.
He's the guy. They got a real young team, so I don't know if he's the de facto leader vocally, but what I do know is that they play together as a team, and he lead by example. Ain't nobody asking.
Well, shit, it seems like he's the leader, man. You don't see all of them in the post game.
No.
With him.
No.
Like he is.
No. I'm with you. I'm saying like all leaders are not vocal. They not. I don't see Shea doing a whole lot of talking, but I'm saying he lead by example. They love playing with each other, so that I think what they doing after the game and they around their guy like that, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I know Draymond spoke about that. No, they don't want to talk. They want to talk to you, Shea. Man, bro, I think that's cool. That's cool, bro. I know motherfuckers is probably used to the old days and shit like that, but bro, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think SGA damn near. I think he's a top 3-4 player in this entire league, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not bullshitting, bro.
No, I'm not.
The way that I knew that. Listen, because he came from Kentucky, bro, and when he wasn't highly recruited or nothing like that. But when he came up and I was like, yo. I was telling him, I was like, yo, SGA. I told him about SGA. I told him about Booker. I was like, yo, SGA, bro. This dude, bro. The reason why I respect it is because he didn't get it like he wasn't just highly touted and he should he went and he's like, I'm gonna go to Kentucky.
Yep.
I'm a prove that I should be there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Then he went and then he got drafted from having a great season. And the funny thing is, he wasn't supposed to be the number one guy there, bro. Mm-hmm. He made himself the number one guy in Kentucky, bro. Then when he went to the Clippers, they seen like, yo, this dude got it. You understand what I'm saying? And the only reason why they traded him, which, obviously you might do that trade. Obviously, you're going to probably do that trade. It might look stupid now, but you know what I'm saying? It might look dumb now, but honestly, I don't know what if they seen this, if they seen that, bro, they're like, nigga, they probably like, I don't know if we should have done that, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude has now turned OKC around, bro.
Facts.
Around, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah.
100%. So let me get to number. Were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say, go ahead. Number two.
Yeah, number 2. Now we got the Cleveland Cavaliers at 2. I got Cleveland at 2. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you my reason. Because it's obviously we have Cleveland at 2. We got Boston at 1.
Right.
The web list. Okay. And now understand this. They both beat each other.
Yeah.
Season, okay.
Yeah.
But the reason why I have Cleveland at 2 because they lost 2 times Atlanta.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm with it.
I'm with you.
So if that's gonna happen, and you're gonna lose to the lowly Atlanta Hawks, even though they playing well though, Atlanta's playing well. Meaning 11-11 or something like that.
Yeah, they had 500.
Yeah, but Boston, I just feel that they the best team in the league, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
they're the best team in the league.
And even with Cleveland beating them the last time they played.
Yeah.
Because they lost to Atlanta.
Yeah, because they lost 2 times to Atlanta.
2 times.
And then just about 5 games previously before that, Boston beat them as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just because of them 2 losses in a row.
I'm with you.
Where that has never happened with Boston yet this season. So I'm gonna have Boston at 1 in the web list, right smack daddy in the middle, and then Cleveland is just right on that right there because they damn near even if you ask me, and that's the web list right there. The end of the day, baby.
No, we don't do too much arguing with the basketball. All arguments come from football. So with the list is the list is the list. That's what I got the same list you had. Real talk, I ain't gonna hold you. So
you had Milwaukee. 5?
Yeah, because they won 7 straight games. They've been on a streak. You know what I mean? Like this what they 7-1 over the last 8 games, some shit like that. After what was they 2-7 start the season? And they've been doing pretty good. So Milwaukee at 5, that's cool.
Memphis and Houston, if they won today, they would have probably been there.
Been at the 5.
Me, Houston would have been there. Like Memphis probably would have been in there. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe the Bucks, but it just depends because all those teams was on winning streaks.
Right. I'm with
so,
you.
So one of them would have had to come out.
It ain't no argument for me, baby. Real talk. That's the Jordan. That's
but just to tell you my honorable mentions quickly, I have obviously Memphis. I got Memphis. I got Orlando.
Yo,
and I'm gonna tell you why I have Orlando.
Tell me. I know why.
Carroll's been out.
Yeah.
Carroll's been out. Franz Wagner's out there balling, my guy. He's out there balling with that group of what, let's say, role players with him.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
Yo, yeah, for sure.
And he's out there winning games.
Listen, I got. Remember, I told
6 in a row. I think they was at, or 5 in a row. They was at.
They've been 12-1 over the last 13 games, 6-0 over the last 6 games, but they lost to the Knicks. Now, even with Ben Carroll, I think the Knicks is a better team, right? You know what I mean? I think the Knicks is the better team, right? But one thing I like about Orlando, see, this goes to show that their organization doesn't hinge on one player, and that the players that they got around them, they can really play. You feel me? They got defense. I know they got blown out last night, but I'm saying for the most part, they fly around on defense. They young, they active, hands is active, moving around, flying around. Franz Wagner and Mo Wagner. He a thumper. He'll get in there with anybody. You see what all in cat face. He ain't scared of that. He want that smoke. You feel me? Being physical, all of that. You know, when he got physical with Cat didn't like that. He turned around and shot the fadeaway. Cat ain't he not a physicality person. You feel me? I like Mo Wagner. I like Franz Wagner. He's a dog. He doesn't stop. He keeps going, and he's a bucket getter. Crunch time, doesn't matter. He's a bucket getter. He's a baller for sure. So, yes, they are playing well without them. Remember I told you I had them as my sleeper team, but obviously that was with Paolo Banchero being in the game. You know what I mean? But, hey, they 12-2 over the last 14 games without your best player. That's damn good. So, big shouts to Orlando.
Yep.
So transitioning to the NFL now, Jordan, we know all year long that the offensive rookie of the year has been Jaden Daniels. All year long. I mean, from week 1, it was, oh my God, Jaden Daniels. Well, there's been other rookies, other offensive players that have been playing well too. And I think there's been, at least for me, another guy, you know what I mean, that has ingratiated himself into the offensive rookie of the year conversation. You feel me? So the question is Jaden Daniels still the front runner for offensive rookie of the year? You want me to go?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Just what I'm going to say. When you look at Jaden Daniels, he's 69.6% completion percentage, right? That's basically 70%, right? 2,819 yards passing, 15 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Now, the guy that has ingratiated himself into the offensive rookie of the year conversation is Bo Nix, if you ask me. He's 63.8% completion percentage, which is basically 64%. 2,842 yards passing, which is 23 yards more. 2 more touchdowns at 17, and 2 more interceptions at 18. Now, to me, when it comes to like completion percentage, you got to also look at Washington. They're 3rd in the NFL in rushing per game. That's with 157 yards, 156.9, but that's 157. You know what I mean? Denver, they're 21st at 111 per game. So he's throwing the ball more in Denver. That's why the completion percentage is down. You feel me? But look, week after week, we've been seeing Bo Nix get better. Okay? Whereas Jaden Daniels, he's just been consistent all year long with his play. So, you know, we can't sit up here and say, well, man, week after week after week, Jaden Daniels is getting better because he started out lighting it up. He had a few bumps and bruises with the Eagles and a couple other teams. You know, obviously they're 8-5, you know what I mean? But for the most part, he's been consistent all year long. You know what I mean? Where we look at Bo Nix, we've seen the progression of him get better and better and better and better week after week. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, they both 8-5. We know that Denver's in 3rd place, and you remember I had the Bengals getting that 7th spot. That's over now. You had Denver getting the 7th spot, so I agree with you. They're gonna get that 7th spot in the AFC. And Washington Commanders, they're in second in the NFC. Obviously, the Cowboys is trash. The Giants is trash. So they're second in the NFC. But this award right here is going to come down to the last regular season game. Unless you're telling me within these next 4 games, they're 13 games in now, within these next 4 games, one of those guys is about to lose 2 or 3 games and fall off. But if it's not like that and they continue to win, it's no longer a one-man show. It's a 2-man race with Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels. And if Bo Nix finishes strong and Jaden Daniels finishes strong, then it's probably going to come down to the record. And so it's a 2-man race, so he's not the clear-cut front runner no more.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. He's not the clear-cut front runner. You know what I'm saying? Like this, you pretty much nailed everything here.
Yeah.
You pretty much nailed everything here. So if you ask me, yeah. It's a 2-horse race now.
Yeah.
2-horse race, simple and plain.
And it's crazy.
It's a 2-horse race.
We didn't see that. We thought we was like, oh, Jaden, he taking this. He about to run away with this. And then boom. Look, it's funny. It's funny how shit changed, ain't it? Real quick. It's just funny how shit be changing, man.
Yeah. I can't say nothing about this, man. Like,
yeah.
You nailed everything. It's a 2-horse race.
So,
and it might come. It just depends on obviously if you know what's gonna happen during these next couple of weeks, but. You know, I can't see this like because Bo Nix has picked it up.
Yes. And
he's putting himself on the map, you know what I'm saying, coming from Oregon. You know, he's big, man, 17 TDs, 8 inch. Pretty much almost everything is similar, not too similar. Obviously he has a better QBR.
Yeah.
He has a better rating. Jaden Daniels, what's his name has more TDs, what's his name has more interceptions. Bo Nix has more interceptions though. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much yards per game is pretty much the same.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. They're pretty much throwing the same amount of yards.
Yep.
You know, 70% from they almost it's similar, man. So I agree with you. I mean, it might come down. Just depends if somebody goes and starts
Yeah.
But the thing is, also you have to take into account from Jaden Daniels. Also, is his rushing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's rushing yards, rushing TDs.
Yep.
And maybe that's what's going to put Jaden Daniels right now over him. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
And I don't think nobody expected Washington to be any good.
No.
I think people probably anticipated that Denver's still probably going to have a good defense and all that. But but to be honest with you, I don't think no one really. I think no one really expected Denver to kind of be doing anything.
I was about to say, I don't think nobody was expecting Denver to do this offensively or defensively. They lead the league in sacks, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting this. You know what I mean? So
but Washington for sure, no one knew about Washington.
No, hell no.
I think people didn't. I think people didn't think Washington would do this. However, they did. They do have pieces though.
Oh yeah, yes,
offensive pieces. So if you ask me, like. I think Jaden Daniels has proved that, we didn't know that he was this good. But they have the pieces around him, though.
Yeah.
What I would have to say.
I think they both made a statement this year. Who do you think is going to win it? Like, if you had to pick right now, who would you pick? Who you think is going to
right
win
now?
it?
I would pick Daniels right now. But if you ask me by the end of the season, I think Bo Nix gonna take it.
I think so too, dog. Something tells me Bo gonna take it. I think he gonna take it too. I
think Nix gonna take it.
We shall see, though. We shall see. Now, sticking with the NFL. Now you're a Lamar Jackson guy, Baltimore Ravens. That's who you're rocking with. That's your favorite squad. You know. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle guy. That's my favorite squad. You know what I mean? Both of us have had, expectations for our team. You know, coming into this season, I know you AFC Championship game last year, and you Super Bowl predictions again. You remember I told you about my team. You know how we ended last year. And coming into this season, before the season started, I said, I don't know what we're going to do. It's a brand new offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore, which means, you know what? That's a brand new offense, and it's a 95% new offense. Nick Sirianni basically said, I'm going to take my playbook, and I'm going to throw it over here. Kellen Moore, you got it. You got it. And then we got Vic Fangio, a new defensive coordinator. You remember last year we had Sean Desai, and we wasn't that good. And we switched in the middle of the season, like the last 6-7 games, whatever the case may be, and it got even worse. You know what I mean? So now we got a new defensive coordinator. I'm not knowing how he going to operate. And this is basically a lot of the same players from last year. Like on that front line, obviously we got Zach Bond now. We got Zach Bond. We had Reed Blankenship last year. We didn't have we had D. Slay last year, but we didn't have the 2 rookie corners. So we basically like 2 or 3 new guys on the squad. If you want to talk about Bryce Huff, he ain't did nothing no way, plus he's hurt. But this is basically the same squad defensively last year. Oh, C.J. Gardner-Johnson's back as well, right? but we look totally different. You know what I mean? So I didn't know what we was gonna look like, so I told you I didn't know. You know what I mean? But now, you know, with the expectations that you had coming into the season, you know, has your team performed, or have they overperformed? Have they performed, or have they underperformed to you? Talk to me.
Okay, well, this one I don't have much time, but I'm gonna take an Uber. I'm gonna take an Uber to work. So I'm gonna sit on this for like a one dose. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
My team has definitely. I think we've underperformed.
Okay.
We've underperformed. It's weird if we talking about the team has underperformed, but Lamar Jackson is having his best season he's ever had in his life.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? And my thing is, obviously, I want everything. I want Lamar to get MVP. I want us to be the number one seed. I want to get the bye and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to just make this simple and plain. Short and simple, bro.
Okay.
Our aim is to win the fucking Super Bowl, bro.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, if we are not playing too well and we limp into the playoffs, I just want us to get the wins to get to the Super Bowl, bro, and win that shit. And all we need to do is play good at the right fucking time.
Yep.
And we already know that defensively was going to be a problem. We had the new coaches. We lost about 3 coaches. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We lost players on the defensive side of the ball. And you said that previously when we first started this season's predictions and everything. You spoke about that. We did lose a bunch of players defensively, and we might not be the defensive team that we were previously. Obviously, that's a high standard, but we weren't going to obviously be the exact same. Right. But usually when you talk about Baltimore, you talk about defense and running the ball and physical. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know that. Your favorite player played there. So it's like
facts.
We kind of have lost that defensively, and then we turned it around to being a good offensive team. But then again, I'm sitting here, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes we have moments where we look good offensively and then we look bad offensively. Mm-hmm. Sometimes now, as of these recent weeks, sometimes we look good defensively, and then we have times where we're the worst defensive team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you're asking me about it's been underwhelming. It's been underwhelming, don't get me wrong, but because we have Lamar Jackson, because we have Derrick Henry, you know what I'm saying? And because our main goal is to win, I don't think at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when we get into the playoffs, everything is out. Everything's out.
Right.
It's about winning that shit now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I think that is what our goal is at the end of the day, is to go and win the Super Bowl. Yep. We just want to make sure that everything is a run, like our defense is on point, our offense, that we have a specific identity, right? Because there's moments in games where we kind of go away from the run. Yep. Sometimes where we just start throwing the ball, you know what I'm saying? And Lamar kind of sometimes he makes it seem like he has to prove that he can throw the ball, when we all say, bro, just go out there and fucking make the plays. If you have to run, go and run. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if you have to, you have to. You understand what I'm saying? You can pick up 10, 15 yards sometimes.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we all know you can throw the ball now. We've led the league in touchdown passes.
Yep.
You're up there in yards per game. You've won the MVPs. Mm-hmm. Now it's all about winning. So if you ask me, brother, it's been underwhelming. But at the end of the day, and I think you would say this too, at the end of the day, when you get into the playoffs, all that shit out the window now. But it's about getting there. And that's going to be our thing. It's about getting there now. That's it. As long as we get into the playoffs, cool. We'll be 12-5, 12-6, or whatever it could be. Whatever. We're going to get into the playoffs. All those teams are low.
Right.
11-6, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
We're going to get into the playoffs.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But now when we get in there, it's about winning, bro. It's about winning those games now. So, yeah, if you ask me, we've been underwhelming, 100%. However, Lamar Jackson is playing his best. Derrick Henry's playing his best. We have guys on the offensive side of the ball playing their best.
Right.
Even on the defensive side of the ball, but just individuals, but not as a team.
Right.
We haven't played a full team game. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a bit of a worry, if you ask me.
So for me, it's 13 games in, right? 8-5 record. Last year through 13 games, y'all were 10-3, right? Through the first 13 games last year. And that's because, the defense was so elite. I mean, motherfucker couldn't. Man, y'all could stop the Army from coming through that bitch. You understand me? Last year, you feel me? Like, y'all went out to the Bay and shut that shit the fuck down. In their house on Christmas. Merry Christmas. You understand me? Now, that's a Christmas present for their ass out there. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what was carrying the team last year. But it's not like that this year. It's more on the offense this time around. More on the offense this time around. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you was telling me, you know what I mean, you got Lamar Jackson, and I know you got him high as fuck. You know what I mean? You say it's Pat, and it's Lamar. Lamar's better than every other quarterback. Cool. You tell me you got Lamar, and Lamar is fantastic, bro. Let's not get it twisted. He's fantastic. He is electrifying. He is, you know what I mean? He's generational. You feel what I'm saying? With the talent that he has. But if you tell me you got him, and you got a Derrick Henry who has led this league in multiple times in rushing yards, who's already crossed the 2,000 mark, who was carrying the Tennessee Titans on his back for years. You feel me? And you got a superstar Mark Andrews and an Isaiah Likely who filled in. And you, like I said before, if you didn't know the Ravens or didn't know football, you would have never known the Ravens had Mark Andrews before he got hurt. Isaiah Likely filled in well. You got a Rashad Bateman and a Justice Hill, who I know you love in the receiving game and the pass game. And with the number one rush defense all year long, with the exception of last week, it dropped down to second. Y'all came in at 77 yards a game. And I know we rushed for over 100 yards against y'all, so it may come down more. But number one in rushing defense for the most of the year, most explosive offense, all of the stats, the numbers that you bring up to me, you wouldn't have told me that this team was going to be 8-5. I'd have told you out your rabbit ass mind. I would have said, you know what I mean, maybe 10-3 again, not 8-5. 10-3. I know it's a 2-game difference, but it sounds way better than 8-5. You feel me? And with all of that, you know what I mean, you just wouldn't have told me that this team would be 8-5. So I'm going to say underperform right now. And obviously, we all know in the long as you get in the playoffs, none of that other shit matter. We know they're going to get in the playoffs, you know what I mean? But, as of right now, through these first 13 games, I would have to say underperform for sure.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? And just like, I don't want to do this the whole like, we're a toe away from being, or from field goals that what's his name missed out, against Oakland. Is it?
Oakland, he missed 10 of them.
There's at least 3 games where we messed up, bro. And it's like, it is what it is. I mean, that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen. I just think when the time comes, bro, those things can't happen, bro.
I'm with you.
And that's all that's gonna matter to me. But for 100%, I would say we have been underperforming this year. That's for sure. Especially to what we are expected.
Right.
Yeah, we we could still probably win the division because Steelers still have a tough schedule. Don't get it twisted now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't get it twisted. Yeah. We still have to play them again and stuff. We can still win the division.
Yep.
But you always want that bye, man. You always want that bye, and that's what we was aiming for. But yeah, it is what it is.
For sure. So, I mean, as far as my team, I think it's pretty much a no-brainer. We have definitely performed. You know what I mean? I know we started off a little rocky 2-2, but since then, it's been 8 straight wins. Like I said, new everything. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new defensive whole scheme. This is Vic Fangio's. This is him. This is his thing. This is his. You feel me? And just coming out performing the way we've been performing all year long, bro. I gotta say we've been performing. I mean, it's not too much to say about that. You know what I mean? Not trying to be, cocky, think we all that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, we've been balling the fuck out. Defense, how sad we was last year, bro. And to add, just listen, one more thing before we go on. The way Vic Fangio got this team, you know how many tackles we used to miss last year, bro? Remember that? We the best tackling team in football right now. We're the best defense in football right now. And most importantly, dog, them 2 rookies on our team playing the way they playing, I know they was good in college. But then you come to the NFL, you get knowledge from your defensive coordinator. Zach Bond was not an inside linebacker. He was an outside linebacker. That's Vic Fangio seeing things like, man, it's coaching. I never coached in the NFL, obviously, but even when we was coaching little kids, if this little kid was doing this, I'm like, you watching, it's like, that ain't what we're going to put him over here. I've been there, done that even with kids. And what they was doing right here, and when I switched them over here, it was like a Zach Bond thing. You didn't hardly know him, but now he making plays all over the field. And that's what defensive coordinator does. So I just want to give a big shout out to Vic Fangio and a big shout out to Kellen Moore, bro. You know what I mean? And listen, even another shout out to Nick Sirianni for saying, hey, you got it. I think he realized, you know what I mean? All right, you got it. You handle it. take care of him, baby. You know what I mean? So I think we performed well, and that's where I'm at with that. So
I'm with you. There's not much I can say about that. Yeah, I mean, y'all definitely over. Well, the thing is, because y'all was so good last year, was crazy, right? Y'all started off like 10-1 or whatever it was.
Yep.
It's like, but you guys are definitely overperforming. I think what's his name, definitely the defensive side of the ball has been a big thing for you guys. Remember last year I told you guys, I said you guys can't keep winning like this, just like the Kansas City Chiefs. So I got to stay consistent with what I'm saying. Kansas City can't keep winning like this, and Philadelphia couldn't keep winning like that last year. But now that's kind of changed around. Flying out there defensively, you have probably an MVP candidate right there in the backfield, Saquon Barkley. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have one of the best wide receivers out there, the wicked O-line. So y'all like are prepped to do well. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing I'm gonna say is if the run game gets shut down, will you guys be? It's like I know that has to be your thing. It's like, okay, if Jalen Hurts has to throw us to win, do you think he's gonna be able to do it? What do you think?
I'm gonna say yes, because we didn't have Saquon Barkley the year we went to the Super Bowl. We had Miles Sanders and Boston Scott. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Jalen Hurts was throwing the ball all over the field. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it. Not on no cocky shit, but I've seen it already. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, like I said, Brian Johnson and Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, that right there was not right. And I told you, I said, remember you asked me earlier this season, do I think Jalen Hurts is the guy? Do I think he's the guy? I said, well, let the season play out first, bro. Let me see what's going on with Nick. We know with the new coordinator, all of that. You know what I mean? Absolutely, man. You know what I mean? So, he's done. He's been. I know last year can kind of, push some shade over the 2022 season. But when you talk about last year, now it's deeper than what's on the field. It's now you know the value of an offensive coordinator. Now you know the value. If whoever didn't know the value of that man, him and the quarterback is like this. And if they not getting along. How you an NFL team and you got people coming out saying we don't know who called in the plays? Sometimes no, that ain't it. That ain't it. You feel me? So yes, I think he's the guy. Our defense is doing well, and when you look at Zach Bond, just comparing like to Luke Kuechly, the year Luke Kuechly won Defensive Player of the Year, Zach Bond got the same numbers right now. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll see how it play out. Y'all know there's other guys in the running like Pat Surtain, things like that, but it's gonna be interesting to see where he finishes in that list, that Defensive Player of the Year list. So shout out to my Eagles, you know what I mean? Shout out to Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore, Nick Sirianni, you know what I mean? Cool. So quickly, before we get up out of here, man, you know what I mean? Packers Lions tonight. Packers Lions on Thursday Night Football tomorrow night. You know we don't come on Thursdays, but Packers and Lions. What you got in Detroit? Division game.
What's our thing right now?
12-9. 12-9. I won. The Eagles won, so it's 12-9.
The Eagles won. Oh, so that just came in there. That's just like, okay.
We bet that. We bet that so we seen the schedule.
That a long time ago. Yeah, at the beginning of this season. All right.
I'm going Detroit. I'm Detroit at home. Yeah, they're going to be loud.
I want to go Detroit, but I need to get a victory. I need to get one, so I need to go. I might have to go Green Bay on this one.
Bro, listen to me. I almost said Green Bay. I swear to God I'm not playing because it's the second time they playing. Okay? I think this is the second time they playing. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, even if it's not, it's like it's a division game. It can go any way. It could go any way. I know. But I'm going
Detroit, man. But Detroit had a struggle. I might go Green Bay this time. Let me go Green Bay.
You got Green Bay?
Yeah, I'm going to go Green Bay.
All right, bet. I got Lions. Cool. So, listen, man. As I mentioned, we pressed for time, y'all, but we wanted to get out here and talk to y'all. We ain't want to leave y'all hanging. You know, I don't need niggas calling me, Big Mike, where you in Jordan? I'm looking for y'all niggas, man. Y'all ain't on. What's up? Y'all ain't on today? You know what I mean? But we on, baby. You feel me? So, listen, for the viewers, hit that like and subscribe button so you can be up to date with all things under the lights. And for the listeners, keep listening. Keep downloading. We see it. We appreciate you. We thank you. So, as I said, busy day for us. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. That's our show for the day. And we gone. Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah.